if this is gonna work fine, but I'm trying to print here in the back. I'm trying to print some PLA 16mm bearings, and this is just to check if they'll work fine for the machine that I want to build, a CNC. I'm gonna let it print, and later, once it's finished, I'll test the bearing and see if it works. It's gonna take about 1 hour supposedly, so I'm just gonna let it print. And if you guys like watching 3D printing, that's the right time to do it, because it's gonna print for an hour. The machine that I plan to build is something like it's something like this, but instead of buying bearings, I'm gonna try and see if 3D printed bearings are any good. So I'm just gonna let it print, and yeah. aquelas questões de ter cuidado com esses feios. Got it there printing. There's this smell of melted PLA. This here, the other camera shows it best. This here on the back, this is a filament machine. I make filament with this, with old PET bottles. Whenever I got old PET bottles, I just cut them. This, I got a cutter. There's a blade here, you can see. With that blade, I cut the bottles in strips. Then I just basically melt them and make some wire to print stuff on this machine. Got here a couple drones. Yeah. The dog is there. It's printing fine. But for some reason my head aches a lot. Jesus. Get that thing done. And I'm gonna try and that's supposed to go in one of these. This is a 16mm aluminum tube. I got plenty of these. This is aluminum. If I were to use regular metal LMU16 bearings, this would worn out very quickly. But because I'm gonna try and use those PLAs, this might handle. I'm just gonna see how the PLA holds. I cut a part here a while ago because oh shit, because I need it. It's almost coming to an end. The PLA I have, I think it's gonna be just enough for this this bearing. Then I don't have any more PLA. I'm gonna have to get some more. Pretty much getting to the end of the roll. Okay. So I was saying, I had to cut a bit of this, so I'm just gonna sand it. Just gonna sand it a little bit so that then the bearing fits in smoothly. And this is not the best piece of sandpaper for this, but I got a better one here. Jesus. This one is supposed to be better. Just to make it easier to fit. Gotta be careful with the camera. bevel the edge so it doesn't get so sharp, and if it's not sharp, once I go to fit the bearing, it should fit easily. See, I'm gonna leave this here for a while, and you bored, froscos? The dog is bored. He wants to go outside. Shit. Yesterday I started the assembly of a small CNC laser engraver. I had quite a job to make it work, but this is it. I'm gonna try and show you guys. So this is it. I was trying to rebuild this yesterday. I still don't have the laser. I'm waiting for it to arrive. And safety goggles, which are very important whenever you're dealing with laser stuff. But I think I'm gonna remove this. This is a relay. I'm not gonna need this because the laser is ready to work directly with the CNC Shield V3. This was not working yesterday. Why? Because when I connected these two power wires to my power supply, I made a mistake and I plugged the positive to minus 12 volts instead of plus 12 volts. And so there's a fuse on this board which blew up. But the thing is so tiny, I couldn't see it. I would look at it and it seemed fine, and I couldn't figure out why this wasn't working. The motors, the steppers were not sending any power to the motors. So after a while I figured out. What did I do? I changed it. You see, I just put two wires soldered to the places where the fuse was, and I got this big giant, oh shit, I'm gonna break it. I don't wanna break it. Jesus. That's what you do when you're distracted. I just glued this yesterday, I can't break it. Okay. So, I put this giant fuse holder, can you see? And I fitted a regular 2-amp fuse. And the thing is running fine. What's wrong, froscos? Tu és cachorrão. So, as I was saying, the thing is running pretty fine. No issues due to that whatsoever. So, once I have the laser, I'm gonna try and engrave something with this. This is gonna be a small one, just for little things like I don't remember how to say it right now in English. Porta-chaves. Oh fucker! This fucking thing keeps on falling. Could you just stand there? Don't ruin the plant. Normal, frosco, aquilo cai às vezes. Podes continuar o teu sono, beleza. Não, cuidado com o feio, frosco. Não, não, não. Não, olha esse feio. Não, fica nesse lado. Se queres dar a volta. Dá a volta, dá a volta. Isto lá, aqui. Anda cá, dá a volta. Isto lá. Vem cá. Vem cá. Vem cá, cachorro. Vem cá, frouxas. Se o sacana vieste por esse lado. Vem cá. Oh my god. He's gonna knock the camera down. He's gonna knock the camera. Tenho de arranjar aqui um sistema froscos de passar isto feio por cima. Porque estou com essa cauda. Oh, ainda vai lá abaixo esta cauda. Vá, dormem. Não, vá, que tenho froscos. Eu devia ter posto a extensão ali por cima, froscos, que tu és maluco. Calma, froscos, olha esse feio. Não. Vá, dorme. Estavas dormindo bem. I was telling you guys, just talking to my dog in Portuguese. He doesn't understand English because he's a Portuguese dog. You know, when you have a Portuguese dog, you cannot speak English to him because you won't understand the thing. So, but if you do speak Portuguese, he's just like a person. The only thing is that he doesn't speak. He's not gonna answer back, but he's gonna wag his tail around. Now he wants to go out. He's sitting next to the door. He stares at the door and he stares at me. And then he stares back at the door and he makes like that sad face like, let me out. But I can't let him out because he would simply go for a walk on the neighborhood. And today it's Sunday. The roads are way too busy, too many cars, too much traffic. If he goes out, he has to stay on the rope so that he won't run away. Well, I was telling about this. I'm gonna try and build this small laser engraver with this thing here. So cool. See? With DVD drives. And once I got this built, if this one works fine, I'm gonna try and build a big one. I'm gonna try and build a big one. Oh, look at my planes on the ceiling. I said I had planes. I do have them. I built those years ago. So the parts I'm printing on this small printer right now are for another one of these, but like that can do at least like 80 by 60, so that you can engrave like a big picture, like a portrait you can put on a wall, something like that. That's what I want to do with that. That's why I'm always building stuff. If these bearings work with the aluminum or aluminium. In Portuguese we say aluminium. It doesn't matter. If the bearings work with those, I'll assemble the thing. I think I only need to buy an Arduino Nano board, because I got another CNC shield like this one, but for not for a Uno, but for a Nano. I think it will work, or I could buy one of these as well. It's not very expensive. It's gonna fall again. Fucking brick, man. Do that. This thing doesn't want to stay in place. It simply does not want to stay in place. I'd rather find a different system to get this on the ceiling, on a bar, and it will roll down. This wouldn't happen. Because I'm coming to the end of the wire, it's light and it tends to fall off from the stand where it is, which is supposed to roll because it has bearings. I built that with V bearings. I don't know. Sorry. So we are at 60% on the bearing build. Printing the bearing at 60%. So most likely it took 50 minutes to do 60%, so to do another 40% it might take like another 35-40 minutes. Who knows? But the machine is running fine. Pretty happy with that build. So cool. That was printed with my big 3D printer. You just build one machine and then you build other machines. Based on the first one you build, then you build other machines, and you always got like opportunities of doing cool stuff. So nice. I could have ran a wire, the USB extension that I have from the computer to the top, over the plane to the table, and the wire wouldn't be here, so when the dog decides to walk, he wouldn't knock the camera down, because he almost did a while ago. He's not doing it on purpose, I know, but he's a mad dog. But never mind the owner, never mind the dog, just beware of the owner. That's what Ozzy Osbourne says. Okay, meanwhile this thing is printing. I got here an issue that I'm going to try and fix on my tricopter. Shit. I got this tricopter I built years ago. I just added an FPV camera, used double-sided tape, and guess what? Keeps on falling down. I glue it. The day after, it comes loose. I go there, I glue it again. The day after, it comes loose. So, what am I gonna do now? Put a zip tie on the thing to make sure it doesn't ever come loose. But before doing that, I'm about to knock the camera down just like the dog. I gotta make sure that's correct orientation. Yeah, that's top. I see. So I'm just gonna use a small zip tie and get it in place. It keeps on coming out. Keeps on coming out, so just gonna put a zip tie through there. Thing's trying to fall again. That's the only issue I'm having with that printer. It's not actually the printer, it is the support for the PLA roll that keeps on falling down, because the printer is working just really nice. So far so good, thank God. Okay. I don't think this will fall ever again. done. Whoa, that's cool. I just hope I got the camera orientation right. Actually, to test it, I can plug these, my first FPV goggles on built with a small cheap screen, but this works flawlessly. Believe me, it does. So, there's this thing. I gotta plug power to these goggles. Plug the connector for the video. I gotta turn on my TV into AV. Then I need a battery to power the tricopter. So my source, just I cannot transmit that. Would be cool, but I can't. So my source will be AV. Plug power to the tricopter. You should never power one of these with the props on, but you know, it's not gonna fly over the ceiling. Really cool. It says no signal. Something is broken already. Am I on the correct channel? It might be the battery. Sometimes the 2S is not good enough. Let me try with the 3S. Still no video? Really? Probably because it was zanging. I'm on the correct channel. Well, it should have something, at least the OSD. Maybe it's a problem with the goggles. It's not going to be HDMI. It's not going to be HDMI, for sure. Os fazendo froscas. For some reason. For some reason this ain't working. But at least the OSD should work, so most probably it's not a problem with the drone, with the tricopter. It is a problem with the stupid video receiver. Oh, cool. Now you're talking. Reset. What channel is selected here? If I have power here. Do I have 12 volts here? Sure I do. Wonder if something went wrong with the camera, but it should show the OSD, even if the camera was not working. I would see the OSD. Or do I have a different kind of problem? Plug a different drone and see if I got image. What? This runs off of 12 volts. Why isn't it working? I think the goggles are dead. that's the problem. The goggles are dead. Stuff keeps on breaking for no reason. Jesus. You fixed something today, it's working. Tomorrow you're gonna try it, it doesn't work again. Jesus Christ. Why does it have to be like this? Let me check if I got... Ah, come on. You're broken already, so... Let me check if I have 12 volts here. I don't have voltage here, why? Why isn't this working? I got 12 here, that's the wire. That's a problem with this wire. Jesus, the sun keeps on blinding me through the window. Now I see what's going on. No, I got it. I'm gonna show you guys. So, I was using this wire to plug it. Full again. Thing is, the barrel connector, the hole, is too large, and it does not connect with the inside pin here on the barrel for the goggles. And that's why I had no image. So that's an easy fix. Plug everything back together. Like so. And just use a different cable with a different connector, which I got here. Let me see if this one will work. So, positive and negative, 12 volts. Power the thing up. TV's on. Plug the drone. Boom! We got image. It's running fine. It's doing good. I'm not gonna move the camera, but I can show you guys. I can unplug it from the TV. just plug it back to the little screen. Yeah, the screen is fucked up. I knew that already, but okay. The screen, it was showing some lines earlier, and now it seems that it died completely. Doesn't matter, but that's a different issue. On the TV it was running fine, but there is image inside, despite the fact that it's a very bright white image because of the screen being broken. But yeah, it works. One of these days I'm gonna have to disassemble this because the screen is broke. Probably the humidity. No, I can't just disconnect my tricopter. Set the camera to its original position. Put away these cables. I can put the tricopter back in place. As irritantes para torcer, foda-se. Já lá tudo de uma vez. See what I did? I gotta fix that. GPS stuff back in the wall. Now the camera is fine. It's not going to fall anymore. And now what I have to do is I'm going to have to check this battery, the value for this one, because it was in storage and I didn't. It still says all cells 11.2, number 1, 3.7, number 2, 3.69, number 3, 3.78. Pretty unbalanced. In a while when the printer finishes, I'm gonna plug the charger and put it in storage again. Watch some TV meanwhile. Running. See it in the back running. %. It's almost finished. It's at 92. When it finishes, when it's finished, I'm going to try to fit it on the tube. Hey Dogo, watch the wire. It's such a nice fucking dog. It's such a nice fucking dog. I'm actually moving this so that you. Oh my god, got you. Ah, doggy. Where's the dog? He's here! He's here! Nice little doggo. Ah, cachorro! O Bronze é um coxinho! Oh, tá precioso! Tá precioso o coxinho! Tá precioso o coxinho! Tá como português! Olha a impressora, olha a impressora! Quando eras pequenininho, eu construía grande, tu estavas em cima da mesa ao pé dela. Agora, olha um cachorro que tu és. Um cachorro grande. Mas um cachorro. Sabes o que é que tu és? Uma máquina de deitar pelo. És uma máquina de deitar pelo. Ser escovado e nem ser, tu deitas pelo que até dá medo. As orelhas do coxinho. Olha para lá, olha tu ali. Estás-te a ver ali? Estás-te a ver ali? Estás-te a ver? Olha para ali, olha para ali. Coxinho. Coxinho. Olha um cachorro. Sabes quem é aquele cachorro? És tu? És tu? Olha ali, olha. Estás a ver? Olha. Já estás fazendo perca. Já estás fazendo perca. Cachorro. Cachorro. A impressora está quase acabando. Para aqui, vai-te deitar agora. Para. Vai que já estou cheio de pelo. Já estou cheio de pelo. Fuck. Tens um problema de pelo, Froscos. Cachorro. Este cachorro. Cachorrão. Vem aqui as patas. Vem aqui as patas. Aqui. 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 cachorro. Vais morder o dono. Vais morder o dono. Vais morder o dono. Vais. Vais morder o dono. Vais morder o dono, cachorro. Essas orelhas. Vá, puxa, quieto. Vá, parou. Siga para lá. It's finished. Let's see if it fits. Vá, anda para lá agora. Agora para lá. Fuck. Pois. Vou pegar um metro it will. Okay. So disconnect the printer. Right. And I need this to try it. Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Is it? No. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Set the camera on the other side. And so you know. Okay. I got a nice side view. So this is pretty much what I've printed. See? A 16 millimeter bearing. Alright, got it out. This back in place. Okay, the printer is ready to run again. In case we need. Shit. This is the bearing. And now I'm gonna see. I'm gonna pull. Change the camera. I'm gonna pull this out. It's just a skirt I make so that it sticks to the table. Good. Alright. And now let's see if it fits here. Honestly? Whoa. Seems to fit pretty good. Really? There's not much play. Almost none. I mean, none. There's no play at all. And it slides very easily. So with a bit of lubrication, I think this might work. The only thing, for now, I can tell it will work. The only thing that I don't know if it's gonna work is in a long time period, I do not know if this will wear out quickly and become loose, which is not the end of the world. I could simply print another and substitute. I mean, but it's kinda... Oh. It's kinda doing good for now. Really. I'm gonna print more of these. I'm gonna print more of these and assemble the machine. See? It's smooth. And the aluminum for sure will deal with it easily because the PLA will wear out first. All I have to do is to clean it very well, put put a bit of oil and it will work fine. Okay, that's gonna be it for this live stream. Then I'll keep you guys updated once I build more stuff. For sure I'm gonna build this machine, at least the structure. Meanwhile I'll be waiting for the parts that come in the mail. Just have to remove the sticker on top. So cool. Seems like it's gonna work pretty cool. So let me change the camera view. See, this camera, whenever I'm too close it doesn't focus. Okay, see ya.